Well, welcome back, everybody. I'm here with Stacy Collins with the Title Firm, and this is the Real Producers Live. So we're interviewing some of the people that make Real Producers happen here in Greater Orlando. All of these people are referred by top agents. We're talking about not just good agents, but the top 2.5% of the real estate world. All vouch heavily for the people that I'm introducing you to on this show. So Stacy's come highly recommended. We've been working with her for a little while, and she's with the Title Firm, and we're honored to have you on here. Thanks for joining us, Stacy.
Thank you so much.
So tell the people watching this who do not know you or the Title Firm about not just what you do, but what you do differently, aside from obviously being in title.
So we are a title and escrow company. We service the entire state of Florida. We have the one office here in Orlando, but we do service the whole state. Mobile notaries, very rare that people come to the office anymore for closings, so that doesn't really affect the business. I think for me, it's always really hard to explain, like in a short period of time, like what is different with a title company, because overall, the general population, even real estate agents, really believe all title companies are just the same, right? Because they don't really understand the inner workings of a title agency and what happens behind the scenes. But the amount of experience that you have inside of the title agency has a tremendous impact on the business that is being put out, right? And so at the end of the day with real estate agents, the point is that your clients are happy at the end of their closing, and you want them to be out sharing your information, getting you referrals, but if they have a crappy closing experience, that isn't going to happen. And when there are delays or there is closings that don't happen because of a title problem, often it's not even a title problem. It's simply just the fact that who is working on that file doesn't actually know how to fix it. And nobody wants to admit that they don't know something, especially if they're already presenting themselves as an expert in the industry, right? So that is one of the things that makes us different is I'm a problem solver. I've been doing this 26 years. There's very, very few things that I haven't seen, and I can't think of one instance that I haven't been able to fix a problem that was presented.
Tell us about a problem that you've had that someone couldn't close, that they called you and asked you to save. Like, tell us about one of the, tell us a quick story about a deal that you saved that most title companies wouldn't be able to close.
Well, honestly,
Just don't
every
name the
title company should be able to have closed the ones that I have saved. So I'll try to think of one that is fairly quick. Okay. Probably about 8 months ago, a client called me, a partner in her office had been closing with another title company out here in Volusia County, and the closing agent was extremely experienced. I'm talking 20 years experience, and they came to me and said, we can't close because the husband, they're not actually legally divorced, and this was her homestead, and the husband is in jail, and he will not sign. And so I said, okay, let me get some more of this story, because from what you just explained to me, even though it was homesteaded as far as tax exemption goes, technically it wasn't considered the constitutional homestead property of the seller, who was the woman anymore, and he was not on the deed. So in my opinion, just hearing that, I didn't see a problem with closing it. But what was baffling to me is, like, I know this closer has 20 years experience. Why won't she close it? Why doesn't she have the same opinion as me? So I just flat out asked them to give me her phone number and let me call and talk to her, because I wanted to make sure there wasn't something I was missing. And it was a matter of her underwriter would not allow her to close. So that's a big deal, because you've got underwriters that are doing the title searches, they produce a title commitment, they send it to the title agency. The person reviewing the title commitment is very often a processor that might have 6 months to 2 years of experience. They have no idea what to do with a mess that appears on their commitment. Their job is literally to go through the motions and clear everything on the commitment. They don't even pass the file to the closer until they're done. So if it never makes it past there, the first thing that they do is call the real estate agent and say, sorry, we have a problem. You have a delay. They don't take it to the closer. And if they do take it to the closer, it's very often the closer is not going to challenge the underwriter. Those are attorneys. Very few people are comfortable calling an attorney and saying, look, you're wrong. Like, I have no problem.
So somebody's watching this and they have a difficult deal, or they have a deal that's ever not closed. How do they
Yeah.
reach out to you? How do they find you?
So you can go to the website and look there, titlefirm.com. There's a generalized email there. There's a phone number there. Or you can find me pretty much anywhere on social media as Stacy the Title Boss. I have also a lot of videos on my social media where I have shared stories of different problems. Probate tends to be a big one. But yeah, you can watch all kinds of videos where I share stories where I've fixed something that should have closed that somebody else had a problem with.
Last question. Tell the people watching this about the classes that you teach, how to find you, what types of classes do you offer, and what would you be willing to come into their office and tell them about?
I would teach you anything. And honestly, I prefer to teach things other people aren't teaching. So we're talking about anything from probate to contracts to using AI to recording, videos. FinCEN is coming out March 1st, that starts, so that's kind of a big topic. FERPTA, 1031 exchanges, commitments. What I really, really want people to understand is what title actually is, how it affects your business, and the small ways that you can learn just enough information to change your business and get yourself more referrals. So I'll teach all those classes. On my website also there is a link that says classes and events. You can click there, and there is, right now I don't think I have anything on the schedule, but later, actually probably tomorrow, I will post for the next couple weeks for the upcoming
What was the website
classes.
again?
Titlefirm.com.
Hopefully we can put that below, or we'll at least put it in the comments or whatnot. Is there anything else you wish that we asked you, or that you want agents to definitely know?
Yeah, so I think a lot of times I hear from agents and mortgage brokers is, we don't want to know title. It's confusing. There's so much behind it. We don't really want to know. That is your job. And it absolutely is. But there are so many parts of what we do that tie together with the contract and what you're doing. If you learn just a little bit, take the time to attend the classes and learn just a little bit about what we actually see. Like I can teach you a lot about what happens day to day in the office that is just a small change on your end that will make a world of difference when it comes to the future referrals that you're going to get 5 years from now, because that's what really matters.
Love it. Well, that's my interview with Stacy Collins, Title Firm, The Title Firm. Make sure you look them up, and thanks for checking us out.
Thank you.